All right, welcome to Anxiety Art Adventures. I am super excited to review this amazing coloring book that I finally got in the mail after waiting 4 months. It had been out of stock on Amazon for 4 months. So I had really wanted it for Halloween, but of course it didn't get here. So anyway, this is called The Beauty of Horror by Alan Robert. And Alan Robert is an author that has done he has not done any other coloring books, but he's done other, like, I think he's done graphic novels and other books. Um, really great work from what I could research online. So, anyway, but this is his first coloring book, and it is a gorgeous coloring book, like Gore, gorgeous. It's very gory. It's very cool. Anyway, the front cover has the red foil on it in some places, kind of like Johanna Basford does um, on her books. So very pretty. Oh, and just a precursor, as you all know, this is a live stream, so I do have people in chat that I'm going to be talking to live. So don't think I'm crazy when I start talking to people. Anyway, it does have a cover, which a lot of books these days don't have an actual book jacket cover. They just have fold outs. So I thought that was nice that you can use this to protect the book. And it's made out of a shiny paper, so it's going to be kind of hard to color on, but it's still nice. The actual book itself, let me put this to the side. The actual book itself is beautiful. Oh, that's a lot of glare. Oh, let me turn that off. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Well, there's still a little bit of glare there, but we'll get to that. There we go. Okay. All right. Let me turn that back on now. Hopefully the glare's not too bad. Anyway, it's a really pretty red cover, and it's very thick. I'd say thicker than cardstock. So the front is the first page is really neat. It's got a bunch of decapitated heads going around in a circle. And on here, it looks like it's got like, like intestines and teeth and just really cool stuff. There's a knife sticking out of one of the heads right there. Pretty awesome. But I love dark and grisly stuff. I love horror movies, so I was so excited when I saw this book. I don't know if any of you guys have this book, but if you like horror stuff, you should definitely check out this book. Definitely check out this book. So anyway, the paper is awesome. It is thicker than probably any coloring book that I have. Even the Johanna Basford books and the Imagimorphia books, I'd say it's thicker than that. It's published by IDW, and it was just published this year in 2016. And you've got the ISBN number on there, and you've got a website you can go to. Their website's really cool. It's thebeautyofhorror.com. You can go there and check out things about the book and about the author, Alan Robert. And it's got this book belongs to, sitting on the inside of a really gory looking mouth there. And this is actually a search for items like we have in Imagimorphia, Animorphia, Johanna Basford books. So you actually get to look for items if you like doing that. I personally don't do that just because I'd rather spend my time coloring or just looking at the book than trying to find things in there. So anyway, it is a story about a girl named Galena Belli, or I guess Belai, I don't know. So basically she is basically lost, and she's discovering that there are some things in the woods that were dead and now they're alive, and goes through her story of the things she finds through the woods. So the detail in this book is incredible. I will say, I think it's going to be very hard to color in this book with anything other than a very sharp colored pencil or very fine tipped markers. I think anything else is probably, you're not going to be able to stay inside some of the lines of the detail. And you'll see that as we go along. So here is a spread. I hope you guys can see this. Um, this is her standing on her porch, and there are dead ghouls hanging from a tree. I thought that was pretty interesting. It's a nice little spread. You could do a good background with that. Yeah, could do a lot of interesting things with that. So, yeah. Here is, it's kind of like it looks like kind of a chainsaw massacre type theme. You got a bunch of chainsaws, which looks like they're trying to have blood on them, and you've got really ghouly silhouettes with axes or butcher knives. Kind of cool. It's almost like a wallpaper theme. And I'm sorry, I haven't opened this book all the way yet, so it's not laying down very flat. So I apologize for that. And you've got two people in caskets. You've got male and female. The male is basically disintegrated to nothing, and the female is covered up by, it looks like a wedding dress. So I guess that's the groom, bride and groom. So, and then they've got caskets all around them. So you could do a lot of different colors with that. And you've got a bat. But I mean, look at all the detail. I mean, it's really small as far as coloring it in. That's why I think really sharp pencils would probably be the way to go. Might be able to get away with gel pens, except for when you get to the really fine areas. And then you've got a tree with teeth and skulls around the bottom. This is an underwater scene where it's got I guess it's just the head of a dead person, and then all the fish swimming around her. So this one reminds me of Johanna Basford's Lost Ocean. She's got a spread that's kind of like that, just missing the decapitated head over here. All right, this is the left side. You've got two heads that are disintegrating, like the flesh is being worn off of them. You've got all kinds of knives and axes and hands and eyeballs, rib cages. I mean, it's just awesome. Love it. And then over here you've got like little zombie children's, like child heads and arms waving around. Pretty cool. I don't know if you guys can see that in really good detail, but oh no, it's regular paper, and it's really thick paper. So, like I said, it's the thickest paper I've felt in any of my coloring books. So, it's really good paper, Jessica. Yeah. No, the cover is glossy, so you don't want to color on the cover. Everything else is regular paper. This is a werewolf spread, which awesome. I mean, can you imagine? You could make him like, a dark gray and black, and then you could have like fire, like orange and red background, and you got a moon over here. I mean, it's just awesome. There's so many things you can do with this. It's just incredible. He's a very talented artist. All right, this one took me a minute to get the image, and it's probably going to be hard for you guys to see it. Anyway, this is a dead bird upside down, and it shows bones of the bird and how it's decayed. But then it's also got a cool design going down his back and different feathers, so that's kind of neat. This looks like a wolf to me, or a dog of some sort, and it's like dead, but he tried to put some foliage in there too to kind of distract from it, I think. So it's hard to see. You have to really stare at it. But like here's the eye, and the mouth and the feet down here, and then the tail, showing the tailbone. It's pretty cool. This one's just awesome. It's a crow eating the eyeball off of a head that's sitting on the stake of a fence. It's just great. So awesome. There's another head on the fence. So you could do like would be a good open background that you could just do a lot with. I say most of the backgrounds in this I'm probably going to paint, the majority are going to be black or red, would be my guess. And this is presents, and you open the presents and you have decapitated heads in the boxes. It's pretty cool. And the wrapping, like the bows and the ribbons have skulls all over them. This one was hard to see at first, but it's a weird kind of like piranha type fish, face on, and it's got an arm in its mouth, and you can see the bones of the arm in there. And then you've got a big skull of a shark with the teeth around that, and then two other fish. So that's pretty interesting. And this one actually is very tame. This is just a octopus pulling down a boat. There aren't any dead people in it that I can see. So that's a pretty tame one. This is great, kind of like Walking Dead over here. It's just a dead person, or a walking dead person. And you've got a girl, like a zombie girl laying down here amidst flowers and things. Pretty cool. And you've got a mummy you can see I think it's supposed to be like decaying flesh on the arms and on the face. And this one is a girl in bed that's surrounded by monsters that are going to attack her in the bed. So not all of the pictures are gross, but a lot of them are. And then the infamous clowns. You've got all the scary clowns on the page. I hate clowns. I really do. No offense to anyone that likes them, but I'm not a fan of clowns at all. So, yeah. Then you've got the snakes over here, and then you've got Medusa, or a zombie form of Medusa over here. This is where you can see through her face is rotting off. It's kind of cool. And a bunch of snakes around her. And I thought this was pretty interesting. This is almost like those old time portraits of, way back in the early 1900s, where they would have, the really intricate circular portraits of people. Well, this one is of the male, obviously, and then this is a female over here. A lot of detail work around the edges of the frame. So, pretty neat. But they're obviously, and you probably can't see it up close, but their face is very decayed. And they both have skeleton hands, so it's kind of fun. And then the spider page, you got a bunch of different spiders that you can color in. I thought this would be a cool background, a cool one to do with either a black background and like different shades of red spiders, or a red background with different shades of black spiders, black and gray, or could even do like purples. There's so many things you can do. And then of course you've got your eyeball soup here. You've got teeth and, sorry, my coffee is really getting to me. You've got bones, like a skeleton hand up in here. Yeah, so that's some kind of soup. And then this is a decaying hand that you can see tendons and stuff through the rotting flesh. And it's got a wreath of leaves and eyeballs. Pretty cool. And this one's pretty tame. This is just they're bats. They're not decaying or anything that I can tell. Just bats hanging upside down. This one is just different. I mean, they're all the same, but they're like mouths. They remind me of the teeth you get for Halloween, like the vampire teeth. It's just that going around the page. And this is just a variety of things. I mean, just a Mod Podge of stuff. You've got like stitched up dolls. You've got a skeleton candle holder. You've got a really creepy doll over here, a voodoo doll. Looks like another voodoo doll with a pin in it. So, yeah. But just so teeny tiny on the details. I mean, these little skulls are probably the size of my fingernail, if not, actually they're smaller. So, very teeny. You've got your scary clown over here, and he's holding a long knife with blood on it. I'm so easily amused, you guys. Your carousel with your scary clowns on the top of the carousel. This one's a little creepy, to be honest with you. It's like a person with a rabbit head and I guess that's a bear head, and they have blood all over their aprons, and they're holding butcher knives, like they're getting ready to chop up this little girl that's tied up. It's kind of interesting. And then the frame around it is axes and knives and tools of horror, you know. Yeah, it's just wow. And then this is a crow, a person in a crow outfit, and there's just skulls and bones everywhere, and he's holding a skull. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So hi to anyone that just came in. Sorry, I'm not really paying attention to chat. I'm trying to review this book first, and then I'll chat with you guys. But welcome and thanks for joining. This is your typical Night of the Living Dead picture here, where the hands are busting through the boarded up windows. It's pretty cool, and the hands they're like, you can see the flesh is coming off of them and stuff. Really neat. And these are just monsters, big monsters. You can doodle your own things on the middle of the page if you're so inclined. I am not, because I can't draw, as we all know. And this is one of those, I forgot what kind of plants they're called, but they're the plants that like snatch things up when something lands on it. Anyway, I can't remember the name of the plant. Ugh, I play it all the time on Plants vs. Zombies, the video game, but I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, it's got body parts in its mouth, and body parts are hanging out of it. It's pretty neat. It's pretty cool. But like again, very detailed around the head of this plant thing. Venus flytrap. Thank you, Jessica. That's exactly what it is. Couldn't think of the name for the life of me. So, and again, guys, I cannot tell you how nice this paper is. It's amazing how thick it is. These are really just kind of like doodle designs with faces coming out of the doodles. Scary faces coming out of the doodles. It's very detailed, but it's, and I'm sorry my fingers are in the way. I'm trying to lay the book down. Since it's new, I haven't spread it out yet. And this one's awesome. This is a big spider in a web, and you've got people wrapped up, like zombies wrapped up in his web. That one would be a lot of fun. I mean, you could use like stickles, and you could make it all glittery and shiny, and have fun with it. Oh yeah, it's great. Love that book. And this, I wanted to, and I might take a picture of it and send it to Emma. Um, but this is a zombie rat sitting on pipes, and then you've got a bunch of like mean, angry rats, little rats around it. So I thought that was really, really neat. I think Emma would like this one. So then you've got your jars of fun. You've got two little skeletons in there. My take on that is they're conjoined twins because you can see the skull is one even though it's two. So that's my take on it. And then you've got just a decapitated head that's rotting in a jar. And it's got like really pretty like like floralish damask wallpaper in the background. It's great. It's so awesome. And this one is hard to see, but this is a zombie girl with a pretty flower in her hair, and she's got a giant axe stuck in her head. I know you can't see that very well, but the axe is here in her head, and then you've got the crows or whatever they are. I think they're crows or birds or I don't know. They almost look like cardinals in a way, but anyway, I think they're waiting to attack her face. Mega zombie rat. That's right. That's right. So, yep. And this is just someone holding up, I don't know if it's a mirror. I think it's a mirror, is my guess, but scary, scary lady holding up a mirror. And that's just a really scary face with a lot of teeth. And this is another one of my favorites here. It looks like they're in a little girl in a castle type setting. And she's obviously a zombie, or she's been worked on because she's got like stitches on her face and stuff. But she's got awesome sharp teeth, and she's got her skeleton kitty and her skeleton dog, and the dog is holding a bat upside down. And I think it's great how the dog is just sitting there very obediently. It's just great. I mean, it's just, I've never seen a book like this at all. I mean, I just haven't. This is a skull. That would be fun to color BG. Kind of a girly skull. It's got roses and flowers and stuff, so I guess it would be more like a sugar skull. Then you've got a scarecrow, and it looks like the crow is taking out pieces of the scarecrow. And the scarecrow has really sharp, scary teeth. There's a big pumpkin behind him. I don't know if you guys can see that, but these are the two eyes of the pumpkin. And then you've got the pumpkin's mouth that goes all the way across. And then this, I am really trying to lay this book down for you guys. This is a girl on a swing. This is the tree, but the girl on the swing holding her own head while she's swinging. That's so great. So great. And the tree's got really crazy teeth, and there's a really cute owl sitting up in the tree. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a really cute owl sitting up there. So, yeah. It's just a scary girl in a picture frame, and then some other just scary figures in picture frames. And this is very, very cool. My interpretation is this is someone laying in a casket. This is the head, obviously, the rib cage. You've got the arms folded, holding the flowers, and then it's covered by a blanket of some sort. So it just makes me think of a skeleton laying in a casket. So very, very cool picture. And this is another scary picture of a scary, I'm using scary a lot. That's probably not good. Um, a frightening person holding a devil baby, and it's got a little devil tail and devil horns. Yeah, pretty interesting. And then these are zombie mermaids. I don't know if you guys can see those up close, but they are awesome. I mean, they've got like the pearl necklace and bracelets on, but their face is completely rotted off. It's just great. And they've got a big octopus down here. And then their hair creates the pattern. Pretty cool. These are zombies breaking into windows. Very 3D looking over here on this side. So, yeah, the zombie mermaids are awesome, Jess. I agree. But yeah, I mean, just the amount of detail that the author went into making this book is incredible. And this is a group of children. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. It's a group of children sitting around a table. I don't know if they were doing homework or reading books or what have you, but, or maybe they're, I don't know, they've all got their hands on the table, so maybe they're doing the Ouija board or something, but all of this is flying through the air, so pretty cool, cool image. And you've got a nice chandelier up here. So you've got all this gory, gross stuff, and then you've got all this pretty frou-frou stuff along with it. Of course, the cat. And the cat is like completely disintegrated on the middle. You can see his rib cage and like his eyes are gone. He's got his teeth hanging out. You can see his bones in his feet and his tailbone. And he's hanging out on top of a grave. And this is the same image of the little girl with the cat and the dog, just in a more picturesque setting. So it's kind of a cool picture right there. And I think, yep, and here's just some create your own pages, so you can create your own whatever in the jars if you wanted to. I will not be doing that, but some people may like to do that. Oh, and those are the answers to where all the things are. So, and that's the back of it. But anyway, this is like an incredible. Oh, let me put the jacket back on so the light doesn't flash out like that, because that's kind of annoying. Sorry. Incredible book. I highly, highly recommend this to anyone that doesn't have a problem with gory things. Paper is awesome. I think any wet medium is going to be perfectly fine. I haven't tried anything on it yet. Obviously, I just got it today. But like I said, very, very thick paper, and it's a cream color paper. It's not bright white, unless my lamp is deceiving me. So it's got a little bit of an ivory tone to it, but very cool. I'm real excited, hoping that Alan Robert will come out with more coloring books. Yeah, so I just wanted to review this with you guys and let you know what it looked like and go through all the images. So I'm going to stop the recording and talk to you guys in chat. But those of you watching on YouTube, I appreciate it. And please hit subscribe and watch my channel. And I hope to see you guys again real soon.